Maria's Lighthouse is a 2022 film directed by Stefan Scaini or Scaini. I apologise if I've mispronounced that. And this stars Rachelle Lefevre as Moriah and Luke Macfarlane as Ben. And honestly, I didn't mind it. It's very slow, but Maria is kind of an irritating protagonist. She's very unreasonable. There are quite a few occasions where she thinks only of her wants and needs. And I wouldn't quite say she had a tantrum when she didn't get her own way. It's not as bad as that, but certainly she seemed to be very self centered, and I kind of struggled to get behind that. But on the flip side, while I found that kind of irritating, I was very delighted by the scenery. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's set and filmed in France. I don't know if it's 100% filmed in France. According to IMDb, there is the particular Lighthouse is actually in France. It's also filmed in Brittany and a couple of other places. But if anybody knows if it is completely filmed in France, please feel free to let me know. But visually, it is absolutely stunning. And Maria wants to completely keep this lighthouse exactly the way it is, wants to restore it, but keep it traditional. And Ben has been hired to kind of destroy, to want for a better word, the house that's attached to the lighthouse. Somebody has bought the property and he wants to completely renovate it. And Maria's not very happy about this, but it's not her lighthouse. And also, it wasn't Ben's decision. He's just been hired. So she does overreact, but actually, to her credit, she does quite quickly admit that she overreacted and it's not Ben's fault. He's just been hired to do a job. And after that point, we do have a romantic aspect that begins to grow between them. And while I don't like Maria on her own, I think as a couple they work quite well together. They're quite sweet together, and I rather enjoyed that. Ben is a likable character throughout, absolutely no problems with him at all. I didn't find him unreasonable at any point, which was quite nice. And the scenery, as I said, is absolutely stunning. The narrative is very slow. I think it does have a nice message about the importance of history and restoration versus complete renovation. And this is, of course, the battle that they had because Maria wanted to restore it, whereas the new owner wanted to completely renovate everything and basically make it different. And she wasn't happy about that. But as I said, she shouldn't be sticking her nose in. It's not her business if she doesn't own the land. So she's not the most likable character, but if you can overlook her, or at least her personality, the performance is fine. No problems with the performance. I just have a problem with how the character is written. But if you can overlook that and enjoy the scenery, the sentiment when it's not being selfish, and also the relationship with Ben, then it's not too bad. It's not the best narrative, it's not the most fascinating in terms of the specifics, but visually it's pleasant. Ben's a nice character. Together, Maria and Ben are not too bad. So if it sounds like your kind of thing, I'd say Maria's Lighthouse is worth checking out. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.